I was walking down the street one day.
Okay. You are president of the United States, and you have been shot at, and it is a failed assassination, exactly as the most recent presidential assassination attempt. What do you do now that they have failed to kill you? What's your thing? How are you going to stand up to the crowd?
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson? What does that imply?
Well, Andrew Jackson was also a president who got shot at.
Of course. I just don't remember what he did.
So the next logical step is the Trail of Tears. So.
Oh God.
Is that just on stage right then and there? You announce that's it.
Gentlemen,
I'm really
God
thinking
has
about
told
being
me
more
that I can
diplomatic.
do whatever
That is
I
a
want.
sign.
And so I shall.
All right, all right.
Hello, CD.
Anyone else want to weigh in here?
I want to put
I don't think I can top that, man.
I want to put the next logical step is the Trail of Tears in the quotes channel.
Where do I get shot?
You don't. That's the thing.
All right.
Oh,
It grazes your face.
What's our prompt?
So you are president of the United States, and just like the most recent failed presidential assassination attempt, you have been shot at, yet you have not died.
Okay. Okay.
What do you do immediately after getting shot at?
I lean in my Secret Service like chain of command, like head guy. I lean in his ear. I'm like, get the ropes. We set up an octagon, and I tear my sleeves off, and I gesture at this guy. We duke it out. Of course, I kick his ass, and I'm voted in.
So you force a fist fight with the guy who took shots at you.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I give the thumbs down, and he's executed on the spot.
Fight me, nerd. I'm ripped.
You're the president from Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, literally. Yes. I just
on my shades, son.
I'll execute it myself. I'll just stone cold Steve Austin. I like head slam him down on my knee, and his head pops off, and it's declared then and there. Biden forfeits. I'm assuming I'm running against Biden. Biden and Trump, actually. I'm a third party.
You've entered and gotten like big enough to be the lead run tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. And then they just bow out. They don't want to fight me.
Mm-hmm. They're all scared.
And then to ensure I never leave, I declare that to become president, you must beat the sitting president. Yeah, in a duel. Yeah, exactly.
CD says he'll look straight at the camera and say, "Well, I guess we can cancel my ear-piercing appointment later today," and then cue a laugh track without fade out.
Oh my God.
Never get your ears declares.
Marak, the quote from earlier was the next logical step is the Trail of Tears, right?
Something like that.
Pretty much.
It was very stream of consciousness. I wasn't thinking too much.
And that was perfect.
Personally, I would get shot at, and then I would just like raise half an eyebrow, be like, "Get a load of this guy," and then go right back to my speech. Be like, "Oh, man."
You know what?
Just act like
thought
nothing
of?
happened.
Anyways,
Yes.
Gentlemen, today you saw a man try to assassinate your future president, and that man failed.
On to civil rights.
And then he just
Oh yeah,
It would be funny to see them not even flinch and just keep talking. Like, yep, another day in America.
Mm.
Yeah, shrug and a look into the camera. It zooms in and cut to roll credits. Wow.
Can we give the presidents a soundboard for their speeches?
I need one.
A soundboard. I just realized.
MP3.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
So
Biden,
you know,
One of an
the
eagle
Russians.
screeching.
I'm glad that even though we started with a topic like that, our immediate response was just to take the piss out of it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's a serious event none of us would actually know how to deal with. Let's pretend we were clever enough in the situation.
CD, before I just saw your message, it says you might leave in 25 minutes. Before that happens, I was just going to let you know I did actually finally get around to looking at the potential clip stuff you sent me. And I'm totally making that a clip. That would be great. The only problem right now is that because that's from a stream that I don't have the original recording downloaded, I have to do a third-party download on it because the maximum quality YouTube will let me download videos with is 720p. And so I gotta doing YouTube to MP4 downloads is always sketch, so I need to, like, what I'm probably gonna do is use this to finally motivate myself to finish transferring everything off of my old computer and then just use it as a burner laptop.
A burner laptop.
Just in case.
You selling drugs, Leo?
Nah, just in case it downloads malware or something.
Nah, probably smart.
Yeah, because as I said, YouTube to MP4 converters and downloaders can be really sketchy. Burner laptop. I hardly know her. Fucking. Damn
Seems
it,
very
pumpkin.
vindictive. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna burn your laptop. Just like Cave Johnson.
Dave Jones.
Is that his name? I can't
Yes.
remember if that's his name, but if
We're
it
gonna
is, then
put
yes.
lemons into their eyes.
Nice.
Portal, by the way. For
I
anyone who
need to
wasn't-
get
Oh,
Portal.
it was like familiar to me. I'm like, wait a second, who? That's right.
Portal.
And I think it's J.K. Simmons. Maybe?
It totally is.
J.K.
They
Simmons.
really,
is in
yeah, they
Portal.
got him to do.
He does a lot of
yes,
voice
it's
acting
the
work.
Greatest thing
I'm the
That's
man
it.
who's gonna come there and burn your house down.
with lemons. Can I have my
That-
science?
The ending of Portal 2 is batshit insane.
Do not say anything more.
Yeah,
Because
I'm not gonna.
day by day, I gradually get, like, slightly more Portal spoilers, and I would rather... I know I need to play that game. It'll happen. It will happen. It's just a matter of when. And, backlog.
Mm.
I did
Baby.
finish a visual novel route today, though. That was good.
Yo,
Oh yeah.
which game?
Little Busters.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which
Oh,
means
brother.
I can finally do, I'm actually gonna take a break from Little Busters for a little bit because I've been on the Little Busters grind for so long. And then I'll come back. I'm gonna spend like 2 weeks off, and then in August I'll go back and do Refrain, which is like the actual meat of the story.
Mm.
I don't know why Jin Maeda like decided to do that thing twice, where the actual meat and potatoes of the story is basically an after story to the standard visual novel part.
For real ones.
And you've got to play everything before you can even get to it. It worked insanely well in Clanad, and I've heard Refrain is really good, so I'm hopeful for it. But yeah, it's a little bit of it's an interesting strategy.
J.K. Simmons is the yellow M&M.
I beg your pardon.
He is.
Wait,
He
no
is.
shot. Is he?
No,
He
he is.
is.
He's the yellow M&M.
Oh dear.
What?
In all the commercials you've heard for like the past however many years, he's the yellow.
The more you think about it, the more it makes sense.
Good for him.
I know,
Good for
like that's
him.
his most outstanding role.
Is it?
He got an
I
Oscar
would
for
think
it,
so.
yeah.
He got an Oscar for the yellow M&M? No, he fucking did not.
Yeah, best commercial, best advertisement. He did. No, he didn't.
I'm like, Because I
That would
know
be a
some
funny
of this is
category.
true, but I can't tell if Priest is trolling or not. He
I wish.
absolutely was, but I couldn't tell for the briefest of moments.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that
Should we
is
get
a
started?
hell of a message
The
to enter
daily
with
view.
VR. I think that probably crosses the line on jokes right there.
Should we get started?
You should
Should.
get started.
Yeah,
No.
let's
No,
do
I
that.
hate dice. I'm tired. Tired of pen. I'm tired of paper. Tired of numbers.
It'll
Take me
be
back
ready
to
to sink
Super
back
Mario
into the
Bros.
abyss.
Wii.
I just wanna look at paint drying.
What the hell happened to you?
Life.
All right. Well, before I'll go ahead and get us on track, get us started. But before that, stream schedule for the week. I will be doing Yakuza tomorrow night, and after that, everything's up in the air. I've mentioned this on the last couple streams, but our good friend Mirak is actually coming out to visit.
Macron.
And while I don't think I'm going to stop streaming completely during that time, it might be a little less consistent, might be at more awkward times, and I might have to skip one or two things.
I'll just sit down next to him.
Yeah, no, you could
To be
show
a
up
commentator.
because normally I would do
Yeah, what?
Celeste
should look
and
for-
Hollow Knight. You could just join me podcast style for it.
You should look for a 2-player game, Leo.
That's
You
another
guys
thing
could
I've
figure
thought
it out.
about. But we'll see. We'll give it some thought.
It Takes Two. It's really good.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be there long enough for us to finish It Takes Two, but
That
It's
is
not that long. Actually, don't quote me on that. Maybe.
It's a
you
few
lied
hours.
to me.
It's a solid chunk of hours.
Yeah, never mind. Actually.
Yeah, this little group we've got right here goes through games like incredibly slow. I don't think we want to. I don't think we want to count on anything.
When was the last time one of us
Yeah.
finished a game?
I finish
That's
games
right.
all the time. when I play them.
2017. Well, you're special.
Aw.
I
Leo.
think not finishing any games is specifically a you and me thing, Whiskers.
Well, no,
Rip.
surely not.
I know
There's
Priest
others out
finishes
there, right?
games.
No comment.
When was? The...
Kane, when was the last time you
I
finished
can't
a
get
game?
out to the press.
Recently.
Yeah, because you finished Yakuza 8, right?
Yeah, I finished Yakuza 8. I finished Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise. I've played Fallout New Vegas twice, but that is
Yeah.
also like I'm in the double digits of replaying that one. It's just kind of like revisiting Minecraft for me.
Double digits?
Yeah, like low. Like I think I'm at like 11 playthroughs now. I think I hit double digits.
Would you recommend playing that today? In today's world.
I like Fallout New Vegas a lot for a lot of personal reasons. I still think it's an amazing game and playable, but I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone willy-nilly. If it looks like something that interests you, it's probably gas.
Whenever
Tried
you
Fallout
describe
New
it in
Vegas,
Pumpkin
fast,
and
says
so-
it's good.
it's
Yeah,
added
It's a
to
good
the wish
game. It is
list.
absolutely a good game, but it is
It's-
also one of those games that is a bit slower on the uptake.
Yeah, it's clunky, it's slow, and you have to put up with its
Bethesda
little-
charm.
Pray it doesn't
Charm.
crash.
yeah.
Bethesda
The
charm.
crashing's honestly not that bad nowadays. It was just horrible on launch. But Steam has like a more stable version, and there's fan patches you can download if you really care about crashes. I just autosave often and reboot.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
hmm
Alright, well, I tried to get us on track and we got off track again. So, stream schedule. Tomorrow night is Yakuza. Everything else from there is uncertain, but I'll try and do some of the usual stuff. And with that, I will turn things over
Need
to
geometry
our
dash.
Dungeon Master, Mirak, to get us started for the evening.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
Yeah.
So, Sorry, let me sit up in my chair. Where last we left off, our group of intrepid heroes had made landfall back in Lakuhirin after a quick revisit to the necromancer in the forest. They briefly ran into Zigudari, who, through some quick thinking from Prince, they managed to cast off for who knows how long, but he may return. But as of now, when the group re-entered the city, they were stopped by two men, Gregory Granitgore and Officer Hagar, who took them from their boat to the LSC, or Lakuhirin Safety Commission, office, where Prince and Kyle were taken into an interrogation chamber.
Ooh.
Which isn't actually that bad. It's less of a chamber and more of a... Comparatively to the rooms that you guys were in when you were in Orma and you got arrested, things are much nicer. Probably just because you're in the capital, but you don't know anything about this organization, so could be for any number of reasons.
Just the last time we were arrested.
Listen, it happens to the best of us.
No.
But anyway, so yeah. Kyle, Prince, you two are sat down, and this stout dwarven man with a pipe in his mouth begins to sift through some papers before putting them at the corner of the desk and just looking at the two of you.
Can I have some water?
Sure you can. Why not? Oi, Jeffrey. Get these two, lads. Get these two lads some water. You see as he scoots into the table and puts his pipe down, knocks out some of the ashes. If you two could do me a favor in the meantime and place all of your currently held magic items onto this here table.
I need to go make sure I don't have anything in my inventory other than the thing I know is an issue.
Hey, they don't have to know. Unless they have like a metal magic detector.
Yeah, okay. I will remove the...
They 100% do.
I will remove the Blade of Magic Ruin in its sheath from my belt and place it on the table.
You're gonna take them from me?
That depends on you, lad. Go ahead. Put them down.
We found this. You don't understand, officer. We had to battle, like, an orb and some armor, to get this stuff. You're welcome for that.
Kyle, it's an occupational hazard. Let's just get through the bureaucracy and go on our way.
A hazard with no reward. I'll put all my, I'll put the Tawugawits. Yeah, okay, I put my these are my Tawugawits. Treat them carefully. And I want you to write it down exactly like that. TGWGAWT. This is my Cape of Buried Treasure. Treat this very delicately. No stains. I want no stains on this. And then here's just a ring at this point. You're welcome.
Anything else, laddie?
Oh shit! Yeah, and I put my necklace on the table.
Maybe the sword you have strapped to your side.
Oh yeah! I haven't used this thing at all. Here, I don't really care about that one.
You sure have a lot of pockets, kid. Nothing else that you're forgetting to tell me about?
Would I be punished because I'm not good at memory?
Just check your pockets and take all your shit and put it on the table, kid. It's not that hard.
This is all like. No, I don't have anything else.
Alright. Good. And you see as he begins to gather them up, he takes the cloak, or the cape rather, folds it up, places it down, and uses it to put the necklace, the ring, the saber, the Blade of Magic's Ruin, and the boots next to it. Right next to the papers he put at the corner of the table. So, this is mostly just a formality, but I'm gonna have to ask you a few questions. These are, and he taps on them, genuine, right?
Well,
If you mean I can teleport.
At the time of acquiring them, we were not aware of their historical significance, but their abilities and properties seem to be.
Oi. I asked you a simple question. I only require a simple answer. Capiche?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Excellent. So, I'm going to inform you of something. Some of the upper crust of Lakuhiri is thinking about pressing charges on the Talendor impersonator for trying to incite a rebellion. Of course, these charges are fully unfounded, I presume.
I didn't even know his name was Talendor. I called him the Boogeyman.
But you knew of his existence as a domestic terrorist.
I thought maybe, he did some stuff, you got him, and that was it. I didn't know he had, banded some bandits together. I didn't know it was going to be a whole thing.
Yes, unfortunately for those less concerned with local politics, Captain Talendor was one of the few people who actually managed to escape the grasp of the LSC more than 200 years ago before his disappearance, which is now confirmed to have been his death. That said, along with the Blade of Magic Fruin, there was a number of other relics of great importance that went missing and still haven't been recovered.
Okay, if I whispered, I want to lean over to Prince. I want to whisper, he told me about some other things that we didn't find that might be in there, but I don't want to say her name if it gets her in trouble. Did you hear that? Did that come through?
Not very not very well.
It
Okay,
came
I'll
through
just-
your mic. I heard
there
it.
was noise that was made. It wasn't very
Okay.
comprehensible.
I'll just say it in my normal voice then, but I am whispering. He told me that there's some other stuff in the vault that the bandits broke into, that we then entered, that there might be some more stuff in there. But I don't want to say her name if it's going to get her in trouble. I don't want them to think that she's a part of this rebellion.
I wish Kyle it flat out hadn't told me that. 'Cause now I have to actually conceal information. All right. You see, we uncovered these in a sealed bunker. There may have been other artifacts in there that we did not find. However, what you see before you is everything, to my knowledge, that was taken from the bunker.
I see. This bunker, would you be able to point out its location on a map?
A general area, perhaps? We were, to be honest, a bit lost when we came across it. It was in the heart of the Agora Woods.
Would you be able to lead a scouting party to the location if inquired?
Rox may be able to. He's our navigator.
Yes, Roxon served as our, how should we put it, lead as we were traveling. I have no confidence in my ability to bring you back there, but perhaps he might be able to.
A question regarding this Roxon.
Okay.
Have you any idea of his previous affairs?
No.
None. He doesn't really talk about himself. We don't ask.
I see. Well, that was more or less all of my questions. The only thing remains that something needs to be done in order to make reparations. I am sympathetic to your line of reasoning. I don't hate adventurers implicitly, but at the very least, the Blade of Magic's ruin needs to be returned to the royal family.
I have no personal attachment to the blade, although it has been helpful in my travels. If that is what must be done, I'm willing to part with it.
Aye. So, here's what I'm thinking. Are you familiar with the current political state of the Arialdan Empire?
Are you referring to the conflict with our neighbors, or perhaps the inner workings of the nobility?
Specifically, the inner workings of the royal family.
Of course, but why don't you explain it so that way I know that you're filled in?
Alright, I have no problem with this.
Okay.
The current family of the Empire, the Matinada. Every time a generation comes to pass, two heirs are born. The first son and the first lady. One of them, based off of their current merit, will then be selected to rule the Empire at a time at which the current Emperor is ready to step down. In the competition is the Crown Prince, Behest Matinada. And I'll put that in lore because his name is strange.
It sounded strange, so I'm
Thank you.
appreciative.
Behos?
Behest.
Okay.
He is currently leading the war front against Deobrura, keeping many of our towns and cities safeguarded from their invasion. You'll find that a large majority of anyone related to the nobility is currently rooting for Behest. His sister, on the other hand, has almost no support. In his quest against the Deobruran onslaught, I would request that you all return the blade to him.
Personally?
Personally.
How might we go about doing this?
Simple. I'll give you all a day's rest, and then my subordinate, Officer Hagar, will help escort you down to the town of Oza.
Oza? Wait, how far is that?
Oza is this
By
little
the lake?
triangle right here.
Oh no, that's by the Smiles.
Yes.
Okay. Tangentially related, I just realized that I put in a magic item that has nothing to do with the terrorist. Am I going to get that back?
You see as he looks over to the table and immediately eyeballs the seed and picks it up. What does it do?
A look of confusion and panic rolls over Kyle's face, and he
I thought
says,
it just increased your radiant damage, yes?
yes, that's all I know so far. I'm sort of running an experiment. To see what it does, I mean.
I see. Well then. This... What is it called? Do you know?
I just call it the cube.
It's not a cube though, it's a seed.
Oh, inside the seed is a cube.
I see.
Duh. Ha. Nice.
Have you registered this item with either the Adventurers Guild or the LSC?
You know I was gonna, but
You
we just got
interrupted us
it.
on our way back. He wouldn't have had a chance to yet.
Exactly.
Right. Well, you can get that done in the downtime tomorrow. He hands it back to you.
Ah, thanks.
Magic items of great or detrimental importance to society must be reported to either the LSC or the Adventurers Guild.
Will do.
Of course, if it isn't important enough, then they'll write it off. and you can do with it as you please. However, the rest of this accoutrement, so to speak, is already registered. And the idea that I had was that you, boy, could wear this on your pilgrimage to deliver the sword to Prince Behos.
That seems, to contradict everything you've been saying why I'm here. Why do you want me to do that?
Well, as an emissary of the Adventurers Guild, if it's well known that you're using these items for good, for the sake of the country, rather than the sake of, say, your own personal gain or a revolution, that means you'll be able to keep them.
You know, I'm starting to really like you. Where I'm from, cops are not always the coolest of guys, but, you know, you're a good one. I'll wink at him.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Yeah, I'll do that. Are you sure I'm not gonna get, like... the prince probably has, like, guards around him, right? I'm not gonna get, like, stabbed because they think I'm a follower of a terrorist?
A report will be publicized about the nature of this pilgrimage.
Okay.
To local authorities in all cities.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, that sounds. That. Yes, I will do that.
Of course, the problem with that is that it could put a target on your back.
Okay.
So I would ask you, either you go around dressed as a terrorist, or it's publicized that you are not a terrorist, but...
Prince, what do you think? I don't really know anything about... is this a bad idea? Because I want to do it.
It certainly does carry with it some risk.
The risk is, of course, minimal, given that it will only be circulated around government bodies, but the risk still exists. There is always the possibility of corruption within our midst.
Understood.
If the use of those items is indeed important to you, and you think they are beneficial enough to warrant it, I would say it is probably a safe enough endeavor.
Yeah, I'll do it. That sounds good to me.
Very well. In that case, I believe all of our business is sorted. In the meantime, you'll be kept in a witness protection room here at the LSC. If you need to leave within the next 24 hours, Officer Hagar will escort you to complete your business.
Before you go, one more question. You think it might be a good idea to, like, dye the cape or, like, change some aspects about it so we can properly rebrand?
I feel like that would defeat the purpose,
Kyle.
Kyle.
Thinking like a marketer.
Hey, the idea being that... Sorry, go on, lad.
The idea, Kyle, is that there's some symbolic value to wearing it in its original form as a demonstration that the artifacts have been reclaimed.
I see. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, never mind then.
Indeed. If we masquerade you around as the terrorist, but say that you're acting on a good cause, then not only will it send the message that the terrorist has been dealt with, but also that the inheritor of his trove is working for the government.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. No further objections.
Thank you. You've been rather understanding despite your earlier qualms.
You know, you just caught me off guard is all. You know, you've been better than I thought this would go, so I'll stick my hand up. I'll shake his hand.
He reaches out and gives you a very solid handshake. This man's built like a brick.
Yeah, that's the shake of a granite core.
How tall is he?
He's only about 5'2", but he is stout. He is built. And you can tell through his tightly fit shirt and detective wear.
Say, so you and Rox have a history then, huh?
I'm not quite sure, to be perfectly honest.
Oh.
I remember the name from somewhere, but I don't know who he is.
Somewhere. Okay. Yeah. I'll. Like in a good way.
I intend to interview him after you two leave.
Understood.
Of course, you'll be in the holding cell for a little while longer while Officer Hagar returns from trying to find your friend, ally.
Oh,
person.
I'm used to bars. It's all right. Prince here though, he'll be a bit of a newbie.
Yeah, I can't say I've been in this situation before. I'm almost more concerned to hear that you're accustomed to this.
Well, you know, I'm just living life to the fullest. Some people disagree.
We'll leave that there.
You see as a knight, you see as a knight in silver armor, or more like dull iron armor, walks in with 2 cups of water and places them down in front of you.
Oh yeah.
Much
Thanks.
obliged.
Mr. Mop, you're free to go. Follow Jeffrey back to the holding cell, and you'll stay there for a minute.
Okay. All right. See you around Granite Gore. Sorry.
No issue.
I'll salute.
If
But
you wish, you can call me Chief Inspector. If that's
I-
easier for you. And your
I
human
will-
tongue.
I will do that. Thanks. Yeah, Chief Inspector. And I'll give like the Attack on Titan, you know, arm behind, arm in front salute, because I don't know exactly what they're doing.
At ease.
Kyle's a Wii U.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cal?
That's the
You are
enemy
escorted.
signal.
He is a terrorist. Get him.
I didn't think about that. That would be hilarious.
Secretly, that's like the salute that the band of the band of thieves did back in the
Yeah.
day.
There's this thing, a quick tangent. There's this thing the Irish would do whenever in the presence of English royalty, like a secret, like you know, like a head nod or a wink or whatever, that would to the English represent, you know, like substitute. What am I trying to say? Servitude. Yeah, they're trying to be loyal. But to other Irish people, it was a middle finger.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's funny.
So if I was a rebellious terrorist, that might be what I do here. But I'm not. Anyways, time to go to the holding cell.
Yes, Kyle, you are escorted back to the holding cell. Shona and Rox, you see as Kyle is taken back in.
Hi guys. Little wave.
Well,
You didn't die.
how'd it go?
I think the chief inspector intends to have a little chat with you.
I'm gonna like look at Prince concerning.
Prince
like,
isn't there yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Prince is
shit.
Still back with.
what do you mean, little chat?
I don't know. He just says that you seem familiar. He asked me about your history, and I said, "Man, I don't know."
Thank you.
Yeah.
What about you? What did he ask?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna
What did you
pose.
say?
I'm gonna get all my stuff. I'm gonna get to keep it all, but we're gonna go give Prince's super sword to Prince Behos, so that way he can Behos can fight Deabrura better, and I'm going to be a symbol of strength for the government, so that way they'll, you know, so the terrorist organization, any followers they have left, will be in fear because I'm working. I didn't exactly understand, but basically I'm working with the government. And so
Okay.
give you the deeds.
Do you remember what everyone in the city is calling you by?
Talador.
No. Dean.
Dean. Oh, that's right. Yes, Dean, to be feared. Name
I-
do you remember?
I would advise that you not start working for a town where you are under a fake name.
I mean,
They've already went and arrested us for this.
he seemed really nice. He said I can call him Chief Inspector, which maybe that's like his
To be
That
fair,
is
in this case,
first name.
Kyle, it is his job to make you think that he is nice. And he is very good at it.
He is. He's doing a really good job.
It's not a good thing. Just
Okay. So should I come clean? What do I do?
you did good today, it sounds like. As far as I'm aware, besides agreeing to work for the government. But let's try and minimize how often we have to go see these people. For any reason.
Okay. Yeah, they also said they're looking for Exodus, so there's that. But yeah, noted. I will be cautious, but I gotta say I am looking forward to this.
All right, Kyle.
None of that.
I love how poor of a job Kyle
Thank
has
you.
done of explaining this.
I think I've done
we're
a fine
working for
job.
the government. Rox is just kind of like optimistically assuming that it's related to like, okay, maybe we have to go do something as penance. You know, like we've been forced on a quest. And he's hoping that's the end of it. He's like, okay, fucking fine, I guess.
Not quite.
We need to get stronger anyways. But no, this is something else.
Something.
Anyway, cut back to Prince.
Yeah.
Prince, you are still sat in the room. He lets you get a sip of water before saying, "All right then. Now, there's something you and I need to continue discussing.
Yes.
Well, two things of major issue.
One, you smell bad.
One, you fucking stink like a pig.
We just got back from an adventure. You didn't let us shower.
One of the guards. Ooh! Chief Inspector's going off on this guy.
Oh shit!
God.
Is Prince your real name?
Can't remember.
No, I can. I'm just trying to think of how Prince would explain this. I suppose
Is
you
Chief
could
Inspector
say...
even your real name?
No.
I
Something like
suppose
that.
you could say, in official capacities, it is not.
So it's an alias then.
It is a shortened form of my virtue name.
The
If you would like to call that an alias, that is fine.
Tieflings, right. I forgot they did that.
It's actually a tiefling thing?
It is.
Yes,
Oh.
this was at least somewhat thought out.
It was deliberate.
That's pretty cool because
Prince is
I didn't look up elf names.
Prince is a shortened form of my character's virtue name.
Oh. Princella.
What is your real
Nintendo.
name, if I may be enlightened?
Ooh. Now, see, I'm 95% sure I remember this one, but I haven't had to use it in so long.
Write down your name. I'm so glad that I have my backstory written down because I've been reading through it in preparation now that I know I'm being interrogated.
I didn't write it down to the same extent. I just had it up in my head because that's where I do that kind of stuff. Is Velnare, right?
Yes.
Cool. Again, was like 95% sure I remember.
Velnare is not short for Prince. What Prince is?
No, that's his
Oh,
Last name?
virtue
Demon
name
name?
and actual name are different.
Oh.
Velnare is my actual name. Virtue name is something uniquely a unique tiefling thing.
Something that tieflings do a lot, but don't have to. Anyway, he's just looking at you. Do you say Velnare, or do you have something else you?
If you must know, my actual name is Velnare.
You see, he takes one of the piece of paper and looks through it very quickly, taking a set of reading glasses on and putting them on and just going up and down.
You're wanted in 17 countries, aren't you?
You're guilty of manslaughter.
I don't even own a vehicle.
But why were they laughing then? Why is man's laughter a crime?
Exactly.
My favorite version of that is the one with Makimo.
Okay. Velnari. I'll continue calling you Prince for the time being. But you don't appear to be on any official Adventurers Guild doctrine. You understand why that's a problem, correct?
No.
I am aware, yes.
It is?
I see.
Yeah, you got
Well, I'll leave their judgment of your punishment to them. I don't even know if they will choose to punish you, but it is a taboo among that organization.
They want that 50 Kaloa entrance fee.
It was 100, but I digress.
Oh my god.
Well, Prince, besides your standing issues with the Adventurers Guild, there is one other issue of importance. You see as he takes out another piece of paper. When it was decided that your group would be investigated and interrogated, detained,
If you will.
we in the LSC were sent a request by one Lord Pathakiot that upon your detaining, he be informed immediately so that he may make contact with you. Now, I have gone through the liberty of not doing that, because I don't trust him. But I just wanted to check if you know him personally.
Out of character real quick. Should I?
That is your dude.
Okay. I'm not good with names, and I never have been.
It's fine, I'll put it back in chat.
Thank you. Yeah. Oddly enough, seeing it in writing actually helped me remember it better.
The Scottish accent probably didn't help.
Don't
That
stop
is
them.
my dude.
Please, dear God.
You said it's pronounced Pathakiot?
Lord Kiat.
Yeah.
Works fine.
So, Lord Kiat has been asking after me?
It seems that way. From my official report, it sounds like when your group was briefly arrested in Orma, something similar happened.
Indeed.
Who are you, and what is your relationship to this man, if you wouldn't mind divulging? Of course, I have no legal right to ask you this question, but I feel as though it's important.
The exact nature of our relationship is difficult to sum up easily. I suppose you could call him my sponsor, although I have, as of late, been trying to distance myself.
Is that all?
If I must explain further, I will. But
As I said, I have no legal right. If that's all you want to say, then so be it. But I have a follow-up statement in that case. Normally,
well.
my job doesn't come under question. My position is one that I have earned over many years of service to the LSC. But in such a case, if I were to be acting against one of the ministers of the country, it wouldn't look well.
Are you implying that you would need more information to continue withholding my presence from Lord Kiat?
Before I am to make an excuse for a stranger, I would like to know more. Because either way, he's going to know that you were here, and that I ignored his request.
Very well. I suppose you could say, in a time of need, Lord Kiat took me under his wing, and for an extended period of my life, I worked under him amongst the Arialdan nobility. However, there came a point where I was given a request that didn't sit well with me. And although I carried it out, I had misgivings after the fact, and have been trying to distance myself from my former occupation.
Cowboy.
I see. So be it. I understand to a certain extent your qualms. But given your position, it may be wiser to stick to your attachment to this person. The last thing of note is that you've been blacklisted by all alchemists.
I was less aware of that development.
You might be granted some degree of political protection should your relationship to Lord Kiat be made known. But the reasoning is still unknown.
I see.
And we have no stake in alchemist business, provided it doesn't harm any of our own. And you're not technically a citizen of the Arialdan Empire under that name. The current name.
Understandable.
You need not say more. My current plan is to inform Pathakiot that I took a judgment call and decided that it was more prudent for you and your group to head out to Oza. But he'll likely be waiting for you when you return.
I understand, although it is delaying
Time to hit the road.
confrontation. I suppose having more time to get my affairs in order would be beneficial.
Think on what you'd like to do personally. That'll be all. Jeffrey,
Thank you.
take this one back to the holding cell and grab Roxanne. Understood, sir. Prince, you're escorted back to the cell. And when the knight opens the door, he looks over at Rox and says, Mr. Roxoff, your presence has been requested by Chief Inspector Gregory.
Aye.
Please come this way.
Stand up and follow.
All right. You're taken to the room, and adjacent to on the opposite side of the desk from Gregory, there's a chair, a dwarven chair. And he beckons for you to sit down.
Interesting. I'll sit. Is the chair of importance, or does it just so happen to be dwarvish? I guess I would like to inspect the chair. It's caught my eye.
It's specifically a chair for a dwarven-sized person.
Oh, okay.
Human chairs are usually a little bit taller, so sometimes it's hard for dwarves to sit up on them. But
Yeah,
he's gone out of his way to specifically make this comfortable for you.
Awesome. I'll sit down.
Hello, son. I wouldn't happen to know you from anywhere, would I?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe just passing spheres.
You're a member of the Roxoff family. They serve the Travelines, right? Gorm.
Aye. The defending the Lari, it's not much. Not really relevant, as far as I'm aware.
How so? How would you mean that?
I mean, it's been a while now. Not really an active kingdom or anything.
He gives you a confused look.
Out of character, double checking on my notes. Deborah was taken over by Hasra, kinda, right?
He wasn't talking about Deborah. He was talking about Balari.
Oh. I'm
But yes,
confusing
that is
my
true.
locations. My bad. I'm working with very old notes.
You're good.
I just, it's unrelated to the crime, I'd say. If any crime at all.
You see, my former position was a diplomat from Deabrura to Erialden. I brokered peace between the two nations for a time. And during said time, I recall a rather distinctive name coming up on more than one occasion. Your name.
How so?
Well, you see, in my advanced age, my memory has begun to falter ever so slightly. Not enough to forget it entirely, but to forget the context.
Well, I suppose I did make some trouble when I left. Would be the case. Not often you see nobility up and leave.
I'm gonna ask you once more. Were you doing anything in Deabrura? For any period, at any time?
I mean, of course, I've been roaming from town to town, helping out folks where they're needed. It's not much, but, it makes me feel better.
Make a deception check with advantage, because what you're saying isn't technically untrue.
Alrighty. Okay, that's 11 with a deception of -2, 9.
Oh boy. You
That
see
was
as he
with
goes
advantage?
over. Yeah.
That was with advantage. My high roll was 11. My
Bronx,
low roll was 8.
You're a little shaken by his line of questioning. And you see as you say that, he goes over to the door and locks it. And goes back to the chair and sits down. I'd appreciate if no more falsehood were spoken in this chamber. So I'm going to ask you again. What were you doing in Deabrura?
That's a good question for me to read through my diary. I have notes.
Intermission, real quick. What's your favorite cookie flavor?
Like, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Well, any cookie, but yeah, that's a good start.
I like peanut butter cookies.
Nice.
Peanut butter cookies.
I go back and forth between chocolate chip and snickerdoodles. I really like snickerdoodles. Oh, apparently Pumpkin's got a question for you, Whiskers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to mute for a second. Apologies.
You're good.
What's your
I guess we're
favorite
taking a very
Discord
short
channel to have?
intermission.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know,
be back.
Pumpkin?
I found it. It's just a very large section.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
You got this.
AKA, I couldn't find it, and I went through me and Marock's DMs when we had a whole conversation about this.
Nice. My favorite Discord channel to check is none of them because I can't manage any of them. If it makes you feel better, sometimes I get the notifications on my phone, so I do see some things. Dude, I'm sorry.
All right, I'm good. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna be like, which nobles are after us right now? Who's wanting to get the sword back exactly? Assuming the sword or the armor, something we've taken.
You want to know names?
It'd be helpful.
I don't really believe that you're in a position to ask. But
I'm simply asking for information that's going to be public anyways in 3 days.
Ivan Major. And I'll put that in chat again.
Okay. I would like to check and see if I know this name and whether or not I have done things against these people specifically.
Make a history check for me.
Awesome.
I don't remember the person I killed.
16.
Okay.
Worse
actually
roll
know-
than my last one. We're finally on something I'm good at.
You actually know the name for a different reason.
Mm.
The LSC, or rather the government in Arielden at large, has an organization called the Arcanum Archive, which levies taxes on all records, which levies taxes and records magical items, notable ones. It was something you made a note of when you came here, but they don't have any relation to you.
Got it. Okay. I will admit, in my younger years, well over 5 decades ago, I helped around town and tried doing my best to spread magic knowledge around, which nobles were not fond of. But I don't understand how that could be something, spreading knowledge is much different from stealing.
I see. Well, sins committed in Deabrer have long been overshadowed by those of Hasra.
Aye.
Although you said you went against the nobility, would you say that your loyalty to Deabrer still stands? If any existed.
No.
No?
Brain farts, actual brain fart IRL. Of course, I mean, that was just my younger years, you understand.
To a certain extent.
So you don't.
Well, then this trip may be enlightening for you.
Enlightening?
Your group will be headed to Oza in order to speak with Prince Bihaz and return his sword to him. He who is spearheading the defensive and offensive fronts against Deabrer and their army of monsters.
Ah. I see.
Although he is nobility, he has strong support from all manner of groups in the country. If you have any loyalty for Deabrer left, I would suggest you try and help him. That's all.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Jeffrey, take him back. And tell Officer Hagar to hurry his ass back. I've been waiting for like an hour. Sir,
Oh, for...
an hour is a short time to search a whole city.
Oh.
He should be faster. Understood, sir. You, Mr. Roxon, right this way.
Aye.
And so, the four of you are all returned to the holding cell.
Well,
I guess as the hours begin to wind down, you hear a door open, and you hear the heavy footfalls of Officer Hagar walk into the room. Hey,
Question
everybody.
real quick. Actually, I was like muted typing it because I thought like it wouldn't be a good time to talk, and then everything was quiet, and I went to unmute, and then you moved on. It's bad timing. Just for clarification, I think I misheard. Run me by on the sword again. We're delivering a sword to. Could I get a rundown on that again?
You are delivering a sword to Prince Behaz, who is currently in the town of Oza, which is this little triangle right here.
Mm-hmm. And you said I thought he was leading the war. He's leading the war against Deabrura, or for?
Yeah. Against.
Okay, against. All right. Cool. Awesome.
I'm muted. Deabira has monsters coming out of it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It's been taken over by Haas, right? I just needed to double check on that. I was like writing it. I was like, shit. Okay, wait. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, the big half-orc gentleman you saw earlier wearing a suit walks up. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
This is like the guy's partner, right?
Yes, this is the one you met besides Gregory. A far more friendly orcish fellow with a buzzed head of black hair and big tusks and green skin.
It is very boring.
Yeah, sorry about that. Boss can be a little bit unhospitable.
Right. Yeah, there's no coffee machine.
Well, there ain't a coffee machine where we're going either. What the hell's a coffee machine?
Shona's gonna sit there and think about whether coffee is something she made up or if it's just a Balari thing.
I think it's more the machine aspect, but that is a Shona thing to focus on.
I forgot.
You and I are gonna hang out for the next day. You guys get any supplies you need, I gotta come with. But then we're shipping out to Oza. You see as he opens the door and says, "Alright, let's go."
Oh, did we just skip right past the interrogation?
Interrogation.
Oh. Brain hurt. Ignore.
Are you good, Kane?
Yeah, spacing out because I'm trying to actively update my journal and listen to what's happening,
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
which is my bad.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
like, shit, I have to write down a lot.
Officer Hagar opens the door and begins guiding you to a separate room.
Are we provided housing for the night?
Yeah, you're gonna be kept in a room we usually use for witness protection.
Ah, thank you.
There's 4 nice beds, and any amenities you need, just ask the guard by the door. They're there to keep watch on you, but, you know. And actually, that will be me, so just come out and ask me, and I'll help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Capisce?
Thank you.
We good?
Very well. Much appreciated.
He brings you over to the room, opens the door, shows you a somewhat sparsely decorated interior, kind of like a hospital room, but, you know, less hospital. But otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. Smells nice and clean. And it's a coziest place as any to stay the night.
Alrighty. What time of day is it?
Currently about 9 at night.
Night. God damn. Okay, yeah, we should clock in for the night. Does anyone disagree? Are we all cool going to bed? Is there enough bed for all
Can
of
we
us?
take like a nightly walk? We've been cooped up all day.
I mean, you can feel free to do as you see fit.
No, we're just
you may have
stuck
to-
here.
You'd have to run it by Haga, but
Where's Hagar?
right.
I'm
right
right here. I
outside.
never left.
Oh, hi. Can we go on a walk?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Anyone
No,
else
just
wanna
don't
go
try
on
and do a
walk?
runner.
No. I was about to say I wouldn't get very far, but Shona actually would get pretty far.
I personally think I need to turn in for the night. It's a rather busy day.
Yes.
So it's just you, little lady?
I guess so.
All right, come on. You see as he
Oh.
holds the door open for you.
All right. We walk out. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. I don't actually know any good walking spots.
I'll show you around.
Been here like one day. All right. Thank you.
As he closes the door, the three of you are left to yourselves. You all heading
Sit
bed
down
for the
and
night? All right. You all enjoy your somewhat comfy beds and head to deep sleep.
Yippee!
Sean, on
Good,
the
I'm-
other hand, what's up?
Like the lowest I've been on spell slots ever.
Didn't you run out after the Zigodari fight?
I had one left.
I forgot that guy's.
Oh no, yeah, I did run out. I just didn't update the sheet because I was out.
Shauna, you're given a nice walk, shown around the sights of Lakuhirin. At nighttime, it's beautiful. The stars reflect on the interior lake and Arialden Reservoir on the outside.
It's a reservoir.
Pretty beautiful city.
Is there a dam somewhere?
Maybe. So, you're Azedamdo, right?
No.
Okay, what's your name?
Oh, Shona.
You're really not very talkative, are you?
Oh, no, sorry. I just got a lot on my mind.
I mean, you all should be fine. I'll be there safeguarding you the whole time. Should be an easy trip. You're adventurous, right?
As of two or what? 2 days ago, yeah.
Oh. Wait, what?
Wait, maybe
Okay,
3.
now I gotta ask. Because the file said Azedamdo has been in the Adventurers Guild registry for like 2 weeks or something. So who the hell are you?
Well, Shona, am I in the? I should be with the adventurers thing. I'm kind of. Aze died, or maybe he's kind of. Aze was always a surfer, you know, in and out. I'm kind of like the more. Well, I'm also a surfer. I'm the new party guy instead of Aze.
Yeah, that was pretty incoherent.
Look, man. Aze is either gone or just, you know that one bird that you always hear? No, you won't always hear. Sometimes you'll hear it in the morning, and you're like, oh, it's that bird. I like that bird.
Like a
That's
rooster?
Aze. No, roosters are annoying. Well, and I don't want to judge your personal preferences, but not like a rooster. Like, what's a cool bird?
I'm still
The
really
only-
confused as to what you're talking about.
Do you ever have that friend that just shows up occasionally? You're like, hey, it's Tony.
I thought he was dead. He shows up occasionally? How would you not know if he's dead or not?
Man, I just got here.
Alright, yeah, I'm sorry. You wanna tell me a little about yourself?
Well, I went to monk school.
They have
Or
a
went
school
to a
for
monk
monks?
Well, if they did, I failed. I don't have what it takes, apparently.
Nah, you just gotta have more self-confidence. That's definitely... It's not really it's
I
kind of
think
a
the whole
non-starter.
part about being a monk is that you're humble.
I mean, not necessarily. Hell, monks, I mean, they seek enlightenment, right? after a while, one of them has to find enlightenment, don't they?
Well, I think that's the part that I got tripped up on. I couldn't even find the steps, the first steps. In fact, I walked backwards.
Well, gets worse before it gets better.
Oh, I hate that you're right.
Keep on cracking at it, Shona. Keep on cracking at it, Shona.
Well, how do you know that's what you're gonna do with your life? Like, how did you know you were gonna be an officer of the law?
I didn't. For a long time, I couldn't have cared less about this city. Didn't treat me well, so I didn't treat it well either. And then I met the old man, and he was like, kid, you want a job? I got a job for you, kid. And then he kidnapped me. Well, it wasn't really kidnapping, but it was more like... I was an orphan anyway, so I didn't have a place to go, and he took me to a big old building and said, you can sleep here. It was the most pleasant kidnapping anyone could experience, I think.
Okay. You worried me there, sir. I was like, are you good, man? Do you need blink twice? Okay.
But yeah, I only been able to do this because he had faith in me. He trained me like crazy. Sometimes I wanted to quit. One time I did. He cracked me on the top of the head and said, only pussies quit.
In that Scottish accent?
Yeah.
That must have been funny. I guess it's not, whatever. They don't have to call it Scottish, but...
But I didn't know shit. I didn't think I'd be here for this long. I didn't think I'd be here for a year. I thought I'd be there for a day before I broke out and got back to my old gig. Life's a mystery like that. You might not know where you're gonna end up.
Okay. How did you make it feel better in the moment then?
Well, it was something I was good at. I wasn't really good at stealing from people, which is, what I was doing before. And then I got a chance to tackle the bad guys, go around looking for clues. And
really show your strengths, huh?
I was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be nothing my whole life. So that showed me that there was maybe something hidden away. Had to be used for the right thing, but there was something there.
Huh.
You should do what you're passionate about, Shona. If you're passionate about being a monk, then be a monk. If you're not, then go do something else.
Find out, huh? Maybe that's where I get stopped. I try one thing, it sucks, and I'm like, oh no. I gotta be bold. Maybe you're right, self-confidence.
The starter.
Do they have any? Yeah?
What's up?
Or Shona's gonna go look up and be like, do they have any astrology stores around here?
Astrology stores? Definitely none that are open this late.
Well, that's a problem for tomorrow. That doesn't make any sense.
You're a strange lady.
Oh, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
You think she's strange? You should have met her brother.
The disembodied voice of Dean Mupp.
The disembodied.
Just out of the void. It's like, who was that? What the hell?
You think she's crazy?
I mean, in fairness, Shona is comparatively well adjusted.
Yeah, true. She's at least in reality.
Shona's got like ADHD. ADHD had Azedamado. But anyway, we should be getting back.
Yeah, we should.
And I'll say that you all return, and a long rest is had. You wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and, thankfully, with no one else in the room besides you four. What would you all like to do?
Where exactly are we?
Shop.
You are in a witness protection room at the big stone fortress that you were brought to for interrogation.
Yeah, what if they have a personal movie theater? Just a regular theater, I guess.
I feel like this is the kind of building ill-suited for a theater.
We have goblin heads to sell.
You're so right.
Oh God, they're just in our bags.
Oh, we didn't actually turn them in when we went to the adventure. Wait, did we?
No, we've not been to the Adventurers
You didn't
Guild.
go to the Adventurers
Oh yeah, we
Guild,
got picked up immediately. Yeah, let's
We
go
were
to the
waiting.
Adventurers Guild.
That's crazy.
I should mention, it appears the Adventurers Guild may now be privy to my abstaining
Existence.
from registering.
You see.
I
Well,
bring this up because I still must decide if I am to accompany you in and ask for forgiveness, or if you simply wish to turn in the goblin heads on your own.
we can just say we picked you up along the way. Think they believe that or no?
I mean, we have had some very major party lineup changes. Perhaps. But any more lying risks conflicting with what we told the chief inspector yesterday.
Well, if the cops know, then I told the Adventurers Guild and they know, so better to just show up and, I don't know, get banned or something.
I suppose.
It's not like you were in it anyways.
True enough. I'll let you handle the talking, and unless I'm addressed personally, I'll mostly stay out of the proceedings.
Alrighty, much appreciated. Shall we?
Away we go. We have the guy with us, right?
Yeah, before you leave, you get
Okay.
Officer Hegler.
That is the only reason why Rox asked, shall we, before walking off.
And although it is very early in the morning, you guys make your way to the center of the city, cross the bridge, and this time, all of you wind up at the Adventurers Guild.
Wait, is Exodus?
First time ever.
Exodus is not fucking here.
Oh, right, okay.
Exodus
You meant Prince,
dipped
okay.
so thoroughly.
This will be Dean, my boy Mupp.
Oh yeah. I should also
boy.
mention, I don't think it's that big of a deal that Kyle's using a pseudonym, because it's not like there's official records of him anywhere
No, for
else.
sure. He could totally just say, like, oh, Kyle Hader's the nickname. It's my stage name. My real name is Dean Mupp, and just go with that. But, like,
And let's be honest, I'm not sure either of those are actually his name, so...
true. But it's the name we have, and Rox would still definitely try and minimize. He's trying to just give reasons for Kyle to not, be a bootlicker, you know?
You know what? That actually, I think that from that perspective, it's very in character for Rox.
Yeah.
So, who all comes in? Officer Hagar is waiting outside.
I'll go in. I want to say hi to Lewis.
Yeah, Rox will come in.
As
I guess the only like person who shouldn't walk in. I don't know. Continue. Or do we all walk in? Does Shona walk in?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
Then we all
just
walk in.
All right. You all stroll up to the front desk where you see Lewis is currently jotting something down. Oh, hey.
Louis.
Afternoon.
How's it going? It's definitely not afternoon, but how's it going?
We've returned with many goblin heads, and we do believe that while there are obviously still zombies in an undead forest. The amount of goblins should be dissipating over time.
No new ones.
I thought that was like not true. We just killed the necromancer. I think
Yeah,
I
no
asked this
new ones. They just can't be commanded. That's all.
No, I think there can still be new ones. I feel like
No,
I
yeah,
asked
sorry.
about
That's I meant to brain slip. Yeah, still new ones. They just can't be commanded, or aren't currently being commanded anymore.
Do you say that to Lewis?
Yeah.
I mean, it was an undead forest originally, wasn't it? Was it not? Here's exactly what I'll say. We successfully slayed a necromancer that was commanding the zombies at the sea. We believe that's the one that was taking care of all of them. At the very least, we didn't have as much trouble getting back as we did getting to. I say fully knowing that we did in fact have as much trouble getting back as we did getting to.
This guy's
All right.
get a load of this guy. This is where I said the veteran bit I was doing. You know, we've got heads. We slayed some zombies. We'd like our money.
Oh yeah. Sure. How many heads you got?
Rox has 8.
I have 1.
I think I had 2.
And then Shona had a good amount, I believe.
Yeah, 5.
So that's
16.
Okay,
16
I
heads?
swear I added these heads
8,
to my
5, 3.
inventory, but they're not here. So I'm pretty sure
17.
it was 2 though.
Okay. Yeah. So you're each given 20 Kaloas per head, which for Prince that would be 40. For Kyle that would be 20. For Rox that'd be 160, and for Shona that would be 100.
You know, you guys, I think we should pool this into like a team fund, right? The logical thing to do.
How much do we have in the group fund?
360 Kaloas.
It was 50 per head. I guess we could.
I thought it was 20 per head.
20 per head.
Before you guys go up dividing that, there is the matter of your he points towards Prince. Outstanding debt.
Outstanding debt?
Yeah. You guys brought on what sounds like 2 not adventurer guild adventurers with you. Dividing resources among people who weren't within our inner circle, which is kind of a problem.
Prince won't be receiving any of the awards from this quest. They didn't participate. We have the gold. I mean, we have a group fund for those within the party. I will be honest, Prince did participate and help out, but we're not providing them the benefits since they aren't a part of the guild. Was that all right?
Yeah, they just do music. You know, they like sing us bedtime songs and like.
Yeah.
Here,
And Shona
play a good one.
is an active guild member.
No, I
Though
wasn't
they're-
talking about her.
Oh.
Apparently there was a 5th person with you guys that the LSC hasn't caught yet.
That 5th person was merely picked up after the quest. They did not participate within the quest itself.
Out of the party, should we just tell him, like, oh, I saw Zaydamino for you?
No, they think she's dead.
No, yeah, remember, Aze was declared as dead and Shona declared as working. Shona is registered under Aze's old title.
Oh, I did not remember that.
You should write that down. I remembered that right? Dear.
Yeah, I remember it happening that way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
Actually, there's a new DM in town. Dean up.
The
That's what it stands for.
Dean stands for Dungeon Master.
Exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't know it.
I was just gonna say his initials are DM, so
Oh, I didn't
Oh
think about
my
that.
god!
Oh yeah, that was the. Yeah. So yeah, this guy over here, they just play music. They're not a part of our group.
I'm assisting with carrying the heads back, but
like barely even that. You know, it was light work, really. But what's the debt exactly? How much?
well, for each unsanctioned member, there is a 200 Kaloa fine that, if paid off, they can be let into the Adventurers Guild. But there's also a percentage of all magic items and funds accrued and handed out to your party.
What do you mean by that second half?
Well, the LSC has been in contact with us explaining the situation, given that you are emissaries of the Adventurers Guild. You guys came into contact with some magic items, which I had assumed at the time were registered with either the Arcanum Archive or some other branch of the Adventurers Guild. I was wrong on that assumption. And the items you did have were very pricey.
I see. Well, I immediately forgot the acronym
LSC.
LSC. The LSC's confiscated said magic items. We're being tasked with
What does that
delivering
stand
them.
for? Lakuhirin
Safety Commission.
Mhm.
Oh, so Kyle
We're
doesn't have those things right now.
No,
We
they were
actually-
returned to
No,
I have.
actually-
everything, even the sword.
the sword is the
them.
one
The
thing.
sword was returned to Officer Hagar,
Yeah,
Okay.
holding it on his back.
Rox is
The
just
guy
going to
next
lean
to
in
us?
on the fact that we did lose our sword. In fact, we have to leave in less than 24 hours to ship off on official Lakuhiri business, making our way to the border of Deabru.
Government business too. Yeah.
Look, I don't know what to tell you guys. This is from the Grandmaster herself. She was really pissed. Like, really pissed.
So, there is some outstanding debt due to my involvement with this party.
Yours and the other one.
Okay. Let me be straight. Is the party able to take blame for Prince, but not for the fifth party member? I'm willing to take blame. Prince did participate, but the fifth person truly was just a traveler. Despite what the LSC reports, it's only because we were all picked up at the same location.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage, because you guys have all been sort of helping each other with this for a while.
17, and it's persuasion 15.
Oof. I didn't know you had a minus.
You should have let Prince do the persuasion check.
Despite the fact Rox is the one who talks a lot, he has -2 charisma.
You really should have just let Prince take the persuasion roll.
Prince said they would stand back. Rox,
Oh, you know what? That's true. Prince.
also, I had advantage, and 15 is still a good roll. So let's see what happens.
All right, fair enough.
You're so right.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that, I guess arrangements can be made if you say that they weren't part of it. From what I hear, they didn't go with you into the forest, but they came out of the forest with you, so I don't really know, but I'm willing to give you guys a pass on this. I'll have a word with her, but the outstanding debt is still 20,200 Kaloas.
20,000?
Ooh,
No.
That's 15. I thought it was 15%.
It's 1/5, since Prince is not part of it. Or, sorry, that was so fucked up. I just had a brain fart.
You're
Since this person was part of it, I'm writing off the other half of the expense, which would have been another 20,200 Kaloas.
But is that? Let me get
for
this
the
straight.
magic items.
That's for the magic items. Okay.
Is
Or
that
what?
we don't have that much? Are you telling me the magical items are worth 5 times the amount you just named?
Well, I believe our appraisers informed us that the magic items you collected were worth a sum total of about more than 100,000 Kaloas.
Ooh,
And-
I nudge Rocks on the arm.
So okay.
We were told that they were pre-registered. You know, we didn't buy or purchase them ourselves, but we were under the assumption that they were already known to the guild.
That's not the issue here.
Fuck.
So allow me to get this straight. There is
The issue is that there was magic items collected under the supervision of Adventurers Guild members that were collected by the party while there was someone else who was part of it and receiving payment.
Is there a way we can... Okay.
So it's
because we do not have the money, would we just go and sell the magic items at an official place and gain the 15%? Is there a way for us to sell these and still keep the 85% that we're not owing you?
It's not due immediately. Although it's going to continue to grow if you don't register this person with you and continue to take them on quests.
So, allow me to clarify real quick. Due to my involvement... Due to my involvement, there are fees that have been imposed on us because of magic items that were obtained while I was associating with them.
Yeah.
So it is a combination of my presence and the acquisition of magic items.
Just amount.
What's the total again?
20,200 Kaloas. And I'll put that in the lore.
Okay, guys, I don't think you understand. This is not this is us being told that we have over 100,000 Kaloas in our pockets. And sure, we have to give 15% of it away, but
It is a pretty good deal.
I'm kind of fine selling the magic items, if possible. If getting our 100,000 Kaloas and just paying our fee off.
Yeah, I did agree, though. I did tell the chief inspector that I would travel with them, with the items, though. So I guess I can go back.
Is the armor an item?
All of it is.
The armor is a magic item?
Specifically the cloak, the boots, the sword, and the ring. Those are the items that are being collected in this tab.
Okay.
Because one of them is definitely not yours, but it has been confiscated already.
Yeah, damn. I thought the armor was just cool looking, tough. Yeah, if Kyle cares that much, you can try and argue that the government wants you to keep these items and see if they can fit the bill or something.
Yeah, I will be. That's my next attempt. Okay, sorry about that little confusion earlier, Lewis. I just thought that, I'm new to this whole thing, right? So this is a bit of a shock to us. $20,000 debt. But tell you what, you see that you see that guy out there? I point to Officer Hagar. He works with the government for the prince, and we are going on a mission that requires these. So I'm betting they'll foot the bill. Why don't you go talk to Officer Hagar?
Oh boy.
That was not.
All right, well, for starters, are you going to indoctrinate this person or not? And he points towards Prince.
Brox is also going to look at Prince.
Allow me to confirm something real quick. If I simply help pay off this debt and then split from the party, would they continue to incur fees? Are there additional fees? Or...
As long as you pay the 200 Kaloas, which includes a fee for the fact that you weren't on the up and up, as well as the original fee for entry, you aren't going to accrue any more debts, even if you're with these people.
As long as I pay...
200 Kaloas.
200 Kaloas in total? Which is the...
That is... Oh boy.
Sorry, that is...
If you pay 200 Kaloas, you'll be accepted as part of the Adventurers Guild, and you can go on missions with people without having to worry about accruing any more debt. The other 20,000 Kaloas still needs to be paid off, regardless of whether or not you join now or later. But that's not something that you're held liable to. That's something that's held by these three.
Very well.
Wait, so their appearance simultaneously causes us to be in debt, but not to them.
We've already, yeah, it's our fault because we let them in the party. It's our party getting in trouble. They're
Can
an
I
outsider.
just
Mhm.
ask, who made these rules, and do they like money?
You know what? I've been doing a really shit job of explaining it, and I don't know how these fees are calculated. I have a vague idea of Adventurers Guild policy, but ultimately the punishment was decided by people who are higher ranking than I am. If you want to talk with them, I could arrange that, but for starters, you're going to have to pay the fee regardless if this person wants to join the Adventurers Guild. So, I can arrange a meeting for you and you can talk down the remainder of the 20,000 clothes you owe.
For now,
I
I will
do
fit
it.
the.
Mm.
For now, I will
We're good.
personally fit the. I will personally foot the 200 Kaloa fee for my participation going forward. As for the rest of it, I believe that will be something we will have to discuss as a group.
Okay, sure. What's your name?
Prince.
Okay, Prince. He holds out his hand.
Do I need to? Yeah, I'll hold out. I'll return the. It's for like a handshake.
Shake it.
I need the money.
Oh, I handed over. I was not. That was
After
not
an awkward moment.
I hand over the
He's
money.
easy. He
Okay.
takes it, puts it in a safe below the desk, and then he says, "Okay, do you want a handshake? I don't need to give you a handshake. You're part of the Adventurers Guild."
I was not clear to me that that's what that meant.
But canonically, did Prince go for the handshake before handing money?
Prince would not have gone for the handshake canonically.
I'll shake Lewis's hand. I put my hand up.
He gives you a fist bump.
All right, Lewis. Yeah, you know I'm a veteran, right? No, I don't say that.
The intrusive thoughts are winning.
Oh,
Yeah, why don't
Join
you
the
go ahead? Let me converse with the group for a second. Should we talk to the higher ups? It sounds like we should talk to the higher ups.
it's all one big ploy. You're not going to be able to talk it out. They're just going to keep you on the rope as long as possible so you get bored. It's not worth your time, Kyle.
All right. You know more than I do.
To me, it sounds like this is a decision that has been made and handed down. I don't see much room for bargaining.
But I'm going to turn around and look at Lewis again and just be like, Lewis, how do we go about paying this debt?
You just pay however much you're willing to at any moment you're here. I take it, and it's deducted from your tab.
Is there a time limit, or just so long as we're consistently paying, we're good?
Adventurers Guild standards are a year. If you haven't paid it off by a year, you are subject to a bounty.
Oh, wow.
All right, understandable. I'm going to turn back to the party. Okay. We just take 15% off whatever we owe. We take 15% of whatever earnings we get from each quest and just throw it in. We have a year to pay it. It's 20,000, but I don't know. We could
I'm not
sell
against.
things if it's worth it.
After this government mission, I'm not against selling some of the magic items, you guys. I think that sounds like a good idea. It's apparently, yeah, it's worth $100 grand.
Since we
I don't
have
need
the
all of it.
outstanding debt, I'd say perhaps the best course of action would be to complete our current task with the items in hand, and then part with whatever we think we don't need.
I
That's what
agree.
say.
I have a year to sell everything, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see you later, Lewis. Thanks for filling us in. Okay. Is there anything else?
Nah, you guys are, free to do as you want now.
Okay. Deuces.
I'm
What?
gonna turn to I'm gonna turn to Kyle real quick. Not that I'm planning on bringing it up. Actually, hold on. Before I do this,
How are you doing?
I'm figured. I'm sorry, because I don't want to do it. I don't want to be too conspicuous about it.
You just leave the place first.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave. We said goodbye to Lewis.
Yeah.
And then
Let's leave, and then I'm gonna talk. Before we, yeah, I'm gonna talk with. But I'm gonna sort of pull Kyle aside as we leave.
Okay.
Actually, before I do this, just to clarify, the magic items in question were just the stuff we got off of
Captain Talendor.
Okay.
The
It's only
sword.
his stuff.
Yeah.
they don't
The
know about
Blade of
key.
Magic Ruin was not included in that tally, otherwise you'd probably be paying a lot more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, it wasn't included.
We should have
Okay.
used Finger of Death
Totally should have.
on Ozzy.
On this is a big oopsie on our part.
The question is,
alright,
would the
I'm gonna
servant
turn-
go to the king then?
It's going to the prince. Yeah. But I'm gonna pull Kyle aside real quick.
Yep.
Not that I'm
Kyle, you are pulled aside suddenly by Prince.
Not that I'm planning on bringing it up publicly, but the head inspector yesterday, the chief inspector yesterday, did inform you that your cube, you called it, was not registered.
Well, I'm aware. I didn't want to say anything. It just looks like a cool necklace. But since you get debt, I don't know how they're gonna value it. I don't know how much it's worth. I didn't want to mention it, but we'll say we got it on this mission. Now that you're registered, and we don't have to pay shit.
You are currently wearing it.
They don't. Lewis, he's a good. God damn it.
Does it actively emanate magic? Like, can you feel the fact it's magic naturally?
You
fucking kidding.
presume that you would be able to do so with detect magic, but none of you have actually done that yet.
Yeah, that's what I meant to clarify. It's like, do I need to actively cast detect magic, or can the average person look at that and go, "Yeah, that looks like it's fucking magic"?
Usually, only sorcerers can do stuff like that.
We
Nice.
confuse Lewis
Fair,
so much.
fair.
Other mages can, with some exception, but normally most civvies can't tell.
Either way, we should probably just keep it tucked under the shirt.
Going under the shirt.
I think going forward, we need to commit to this. Which means no showing off its abilities in front of officials.
Oh yeah, no super spells for the duration of this quest.
But we told Chief Inspector already that we do in fact have it.
But they don't. I'm not a part of this conversation.
Look,
I think
don't-
we should level with the government. I think there's a possibility they pay this off for us to get this all cleared away.
Okay. They...
Like, this mission is about to be like a publicity stunt for the government, right? So they wouldn't want to bring along a party of heroes that are in quite outstanding debt to the guild, right? So if we use that as leverage, saying we'll go public with this,
I think that will do us more harm than good.
okay, just throwing it out there.
They are... This is our punishment. You know that, right?
Well, then why did they register the sword, huh?
The sword
They
has
knew we
been
had it.
registered.
What?
The sword was already known about by the LSC.
Okay.
That is
I'm getting
why
caught
it
up
was
here.
traced back. Your necklace
Gotcha.
was not.
So, we... Yep, won't use it. Understood.
Now, we can... In theory, we should most likely register it at some point, but
Of course.
it would require, at this point, slipping it under the noses of the guild.
Lewis
Unless
is our
we want to
boy.
come clean about it now, in which case we will probably be given more fees.
Of course, which I hate. I hate that. And I'll just say what Lewis saw was you know what? We'll get to that when we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But it does look like it's just like an acorn, you know. So I could just say it's.
If that is the case, it needs to stay that way for now.
It's gone. It's tucked away. No one will know except Chief Inspector, who knows, and then the rest of us.
Officer Hager, who also knows.
Officer Hager, who also knows. It's gone. Other than those people and potentially Lewis, we're good.
But Lewis didn't bring it up as part of our outstanding debt, so...
I think the outside of the necklace actually conceals the magic within, so it's not easily detectable. Just a theory I'm running with here, but I think we're safe for now.
I would hope so. This whole... The fine print on your guild contracts has certainly caused enough trouble. Perhaps we can avoid any more.
Yeah, my guild contract. Why didn't you want to sign in the first place?
I am now in a position where I no longer have an option. In fact, the parties that I was trying to avoid,
Are only getting
it
closer.
appears I have drawn their attention anyways. I no longer stand to gain anything by abstaining from registering with the guild, and I may have to meet them anyways.
Okay, I forgive you. I'm sorry for that.
Now, at this point, I think the best course of action is to try and get out of this situation. However, when we return to Lakuhiri, it may be necessary for me to meet with someone. And depending on how that conversation goes, I may be able to negotiate a path out of this, but it will not come without a cost.
I ain't giving away the necklace. I'm not exactly following. You're being pretty vague. I don't
I'm not asking
know.
you to give away the necklace.
Okay,
I am
awesome.
telling you that at this point my hand is forced. This conversation is inevitable. I may be able to leverage it to get us out of this situation. However, it will not come without personal cost.
Well, let me know how I can help out with that.
For now, we need to finish this mission.
Agreed.
Alright, and that's my conversation with Kyle done.
Kyle's mostly been astounded that they have contracts of this degree with interest and debt and all this.
You really thought these were backwoods fucking savages, didn't you, when you arrived on this world?
Essentially, yeah. I thought you guys were still bartering and stuff.
This is literally the money empire. This place is renowned for having its own economic system that all the other countries started borrowing.
Oh, okay. Well, Kyle is, becoming informed of that fact.
So, you guys whispering back there. You guys want to do anything else?
Go get a
Apologies,
drink.
I had to have a discussion with Kyle.
Hey, what did I do?
His name's Kyle. Why do you all have pseudonyms?
We're a big fan of nicknames.
So what should I call you? Because she's Shona, not Aze Domino. You're Prince.
That's just actually her name.
Yeah. Your name is Prince, I think. His
Prince
name is his legal
perfectly
name.
Acceptable.
And Dean Mupp is actually Kyle. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and I
Kyle
would...
is actually Dean Mupp. Kyle was the pseudonym under which we were introduced.
Call me what you prefer. If Dean Mupp sounds funny to you, call me Dean Mupp. If Kyle Hader sounds like my real name, call me Kyle Hader.
You see, I have no idea what his name is either.
I just point to Prince. I'm like, that.
Okay. I'm gonna call you Kyle.
Nice. I like that one.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. But you guys got anything else you want to do before tomorrow? Like I said, I gotta escort you, so speak now for hold your peace. Jesus.
Well,
Okay.
Or-
purchase some
That's what
rations.
Rox is thinking. It's not what he's saying, but
I'll need to purchase some rations, but other than that, I'm currently fairly well stocked.
Apothecary time for me.
I don't have a weapon.
Don't you still have one of Aze Domino's daggers?
I have one dagger, yeah.
I think you get like a bonus to that, but I'm not like 100% sure.
I think so, yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, it's not Shona's weapon.
Alright, so who's going where?
Weapon
Prince,
shop.
do you want to go get rations? Does anyone else want to get rations?
That was a
Maybe.
2-day trip that we
Yeah.
just took, right? Or
4 day.
4 days?
2 day there and back.
Okay.
yeah, go stock up on rations.
Which means I'm down to 1 ration after the trip, and I want to purchase... How long is the trip we're about to take?
Oh, it's gonna be a long journey.
How many days?
How long until the next time we'll need to stock up on... how long until we'll have another opportunity to stock up on rations?
Well,
Is the government providing for this?
I mean, not really. I mean, I
Well.
can ask, but you were adventurers, so they kind of figured you had the whole adventuring part figured out.
No,
But there's actually a couple of ways we could get to Oza. Unfortunately, it's not a very easy town to get to.
care to elaborate?
What
What
are our options?
Well, a lot of the major cities are connected via dock or boat hub. Oza isn't. So we either gotta go to Orma and work our way down one of the rivers until we get to Oza, or we take a boat straight from Lakuhirin down some of the rivers until we get to this point right here, and he pulls out a map, right around the Smiles of the Depths, and then walk the rest of the way.
How much?
Other
money?
option, we stop here, get some rations, then continue the trip. Either way, we're going to be stopping here and then walking to Oza.
Are you marking the map right now on Owlbear?
Am I not?
Okay. No,
Yeah, I
it wasn't
saw that.
appearing. I see the red dot now.
Here, I will, yeah.
So,
Thank you. I can see.
Orma was the
Yeah, chill out.
first town we were ever in.
Correct.
So we'd be returning there and then
Trying
continuing
to
on
get
down
there.
one of the rivers before dropping off at around the Smiles of the Depths and continuing on by foot, or we go directly to the Smiles of the Depth and continue on foot.
Wait.
God damn it. Everyone is drawing shit. It's probably mostly Whiskers, but
No.
the idea is that you go by boat out of Lakuhirin and you either stop in Asahia, or you go to
How's the
Orma to
weather?
stop.
Oh, we were already in
Okay.
Orma, so
Okay.
let's not
Once
do
you
that.
go
though.
there, you get rations or whatever, and then you take the rivers to right around here, the Smiles of the Depth, where the water converges, and then you walk to Ozo.
So this guy's coming all the way with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
All right. And Oza is not. Oh my God. Okay, I finally found Oza because it was blending in with the Smiles of the Depths pieces. Okay. So it's just a matter of I don't know.
You
I
gotta
don't see much difference between the two paths personally.
The last alternative is that we walk, but that's kind of shitty.
Yeah. If we can get the city to front the bill for like a ferry or something, or even just a boat rental, that would be very good.
I'm really starting to doubt that we're getting anything from the city.
We can what we just got maybe, but it's better to ask and maybe receive something shitty and used than to not ask at all. Our boat isn't necessary. Our boat is good for getting off the lake. It's not good for getting through the ocean.
Yeah, the rowboat won't do you as much good.
Mm-hmm. So we should definitely try and take a boat. It's just a matter of which city we want to land in.
Or if you want to land in a city at all, we could just take a skiff and make our way down. Probably the easiest and quickest option, but probably the most costly as well, since we can't exactly buy a boat.
Yeah.
Which one
You
is
guys mentioned you wanted to sell the magic items, right?
Kind
after?
of on the fence.
Well, the idea, the part of the purpose of this journey was to give some to
Hey,
improve the reputation of these particular items, which is why we thought taking them, at least for this particular journey, was the best course of action.
Yeah, it's probably pretty smart, but Captain Talendor was known for having a lot of magic items, but his most notorious were his cape and his boots. I don't think anyone would notice if the ring or the sword went missing.
Mm-hmm. We should see if we actually want to still use them, because I don't remember what either does. That's why I asked Prissy if he could send me his inventory list so we could remember exactly what they all did.
I think the ring is the most.
The ring is the most for me personally.
Okay, the cape's good, and we don't want to sell it. What's the ring do?
The ring just makes it so that way difficult terrain doesn't affect you. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, that's really nice, but yeah.
It was nice. Yeah.
And then there was the sword as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
And what does that one do?
The sword is the gambling one where I guess I haven't used it, so I'm not too sure, but I guess at the beginning of the day you can gamble on it'll do more damage, but you have less athletics or something like that.
Oh, yeah, you can choose either to decrease the attack roll to increase the hit roll, or vice versa.
Not quite, but
No?
somewhat. The you're talking about the gambler's bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is actually a custom item. It looks identical to that one, but you exchange bonus to your AC in exchange for penalty to your attack roll, or vice versa. Attack and damage roll. So you either make the weapon better hitting people, or you make yourself more defensive.
Oh, that's
But one
sounds
comes at
really
the penalty
solid.
to the other.
But the only person who really wields a sword doesn't really want it. Well, we could give it to Prince or sell it. Because Prince is now down an awesome sword, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
will
think
be.
if we could make it in... Okay. I think if we could cover the cost of our outstanding debt with the ring, that would be ideal.
Yeah, before we head out, let's just get prices for the ring and the sword and judge from there.
Yeah.
All right.
We need to go to a weapon shop anyways.
May you lead the way. And I already forgot their name. It starts with Jeremy. I didn't try that in character. Rocks would avoid using names. I'm just sad I forgot.
Hagar.
Haggard. I was so wrong.
Officer Hagar, like the dude from whatever King of Fighters.
I don't know
Okay.
KOF, surprisingly. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, Haggard. Yeah. The Marvel
Mike
vs.
Hagar.
Capcom 3 goat.
If you were to guess, how much do you think we could get for the ring?
Me? I don't know, actually.
Oh. Do you know... Would you have any suggestions on where to get it appraised and or sold? I understand it's somewhat of a sensitive matter since these items do carry with them their reputation. Would it be best simply to sell it to some official organization, or would going through a third party be better?
You guys mentioned the apothecary earlier, right?
I did, yeah.
Yes.
Probably sell it there.
Okay, yeah, I'll go get those appraised, and anyone can come with if they want, but I don't think it should be too difficult.
Perhaps we should all go together, as this is a outstanding debt of the party, to determine which, if either, of these items should be sold.
Okay.
Alright. So, the group makes their way to the apothecary then, under the surveillance of Officer Hagar. He once again waits outside as you go to do your business. And as you walk in, you see the familiar owner, Korkon, with his sunglasses and his long hair, just sort of standing behind the counter, writing something down. Appears to be a slow morning.
Now, what's up? Guess who's back?
No. Hi there. Good to see you all in one piece. I hear that my advice to you was warranted.
Yes, much so.
Yeah, we got arrested. Yep. But hey, I get to keep some of them if I work with the government, so... That's, wait, I turned to Hagar. Is supposed to be a secret?
He's outside.
He's outside.
And I turn back around to Corknut. Yeah,
You know.
I'm a terrorist for the government, man. It's awesome. But, you know, we did get an excruciating amount of debt for these things, so we're wondering if we could sell them. We're just getting an estimate, you know. Specifically on this, I put the ring on the table, and the sword.
Okay. You see as he gives them a look over and takes out a small pearl, gives them a look. This is a ring of free action, and this is a gambler's blade. They would fetch
Wow.
you quite a
Thanks.
pretty penny if you were looking to sell them.
Weak.
That we are, but we need to make a debt of 20,000. Could we get that?
Oh, that and then some.
Oh, that's
What?
So how much?
Well, they both go anywhere between 45 and 55,000 kilos.
Oh,
They both would go.
Individually, yes.
Then we could probably get away with just selling the ring.
Actually, I was going to suggest selling the sword and keeping the ring.
Okay.
The ring's a
Wow.
solid effect that's going to be consistently used. We just need to give it to, like, Shona and not Kyle.
nobody wants dead guy stuff though. I've been trying to get the ring away for a little while.
Well, now we know
guess
it's like a
eventually
super
it's
famous terrorist, and also people are cool with us having it.
That is true. That never seemed to be a problem before. But you know what? I yield. Take the ring, Shona, if you'd like it.
I mean, eventually, but you're supposed to wear it, aren't you?
That's
You
right.
gotta look like you're gonna murder people.
Yeah, I like the description.
So,
So yes.
if you wouldn't mind asking, where should we go about selling the sword?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any
We just saw it
idea
there.
where we would go about selling the sword?
I can take them off your hands if you so require.
Not
And
yet.
as long
Being
as it's
rude, Prince.
permitted by, the people you're working for.
Well, one of them suggested it, so I suppose another confirmation
Not yet,
wouldn't
though.
hurt, but
Unfortunately, the stipulation is that we have to go on a mission with the guy out front there.
Now, hold on just a moment, because he did just say that it was mostly the cape and the boots that are the recognizable too. I think he was implying that we could get away with selling one of the other ones ahead of time.
I see. The sword is stylish, though, you gotta admit.
It is, but perhaps we should go confer with him briefly first.
Sure.
Alright, so you go back outside, and Officer Hagar's just waiting there. He appears to be smoking a ciggy.
Nice. Can I get a puff of that?
How old are you?
Old enough.
I'll take your word for it, but you better not
This
be
is a
asking me
mighty
for more
smoke.
on the trip. Get your home. And he hands
Hey.
you one.
Oh, thanks. I gotta wear the look. I'm sure this guy smoked. Should I roll Constitution?
Have you ever smoked before?
Yeah, a lot,
Sweet.
actually.
Well, what is Kyle smoked?
Crack. Once, just once.
Maybe twice.
I guess he would have only smoked. I guess there was a lot of marijuana, so yeah,
Yeah.
he's smoked before. Yep. Advantage, but then I do like the idea of Kyle just coughing.
Yeah, how strong are the cigars this guy has?
These are just cigarettes, so they're literally just tobacco cigarettes.
Oh.
You're smoking on
How strong
American
is that?
spirits, boy.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I wouldn't even say Kyle coughs if he smoked before.
Okay, yeah.
It's usually
Then
something that happens to people who have never smoked, but I digress. You take a hit.
All right. So we got a praise in there, and yeah, it looks like we are going to sell one of these. And we were thinking the sword probably. We just want to double check if that was going to cause any issues.
I know what I said earlier. I don't think the sword will be an issue. Captain Talendor had a reputation for carrying all sorts of weapons on him, so I don't think this one's any more special than any other.
Should we confirm that with anyone before we make the sale?
That's one guy who works for the government who said it's probably fine.
If it's not, well, it's his fault. I'm going to sell it.
We paid our debts, or we will pay our debts.
All right, here you go. There's probably, I would say, like half of the cigarette left. All right, we'll be back in a sec.
Good luck, kid.
I ain't no kid. I've toppled governments. We got to rebrief on whatever this guy did. And then I go back inside.
Alright, you go back inside. You see that Korkon is just tapping on his desk.
We are selling the sword. So, how much?
Well, I could probably give you 50,000 for it.
What if, how about 60 and we spread the good name of Cork Nuts Apothecary?
I know you're human, but you're very rude.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I just am. I'm trying, though. I was trying to offer you a deal, spread the word of your good place. You really do good business here.
Kyle, I have to say, if you are insinuating that you are going to spread the word, you could at least get the word right.
The first time I was here, I called them cocknuts. I think I'm improving.
Not enough for that.
Not enough.
Okay.
Not enough for that to be an attractive deal.
All right. Yeah, forget about it then. 50,000 sounds pretty good. But I will tell people. I'll still tell people. I might get it wrong, but they'll know.
Maybe I'll tell people, Kyle.
Okay, what's his name?
Horkon.
Oh, wow, really? I'm sorry.
Pork nuts.
Working nuts.
Mate,
Yeah.
when he came back from the fucking forest, he called him cocknuts.
And then asked for drugs. So
Yeah, good time.
tell you what, let's do 50,000 and you don't tell anybody about our prior engagements. How about that?
Wait, what? So you're not interested in the internship?
Oh, that's
No.
not what I meant.
Rox is gonna step in. Kyle completely forgot about the internship. We are still very interested in it. However, we are currently being forced to go do business all the way out in Oza. We're being sent out on official Lakuhirin business, and that will have to take priority. When we're back, I actually would be interested in taking up the opportunity.
Well, given that, why don't I make you a different kind of deal?
Okay.
You guys can do some work for me while you're out that way. Oza is a hotspot of natural resources.
I see.
Okay.
Very well.
In exchange, I'll be giving you 45,000 Kaloas for the Gambler's Blade, and I'll allow you to use my magical carpet.
Kyle.
How many clothes?
Yes,
45,000.
wide.
I never know how to spell Kaloas. I always make it up.
It's like kilos, but with an A at the end.
Wow, I've been spelling them wrong.
Kilo.
I hope you've been spelling them.
Kaloas.
Could be worse.
Cockalayes.
Keeellois.
God.
No, that wasn't actually.
Anyways,
It's
continue. Yeah.
Kiloas, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Kilos with an A. Kilos, magic carpet, rental. And, what do you need us to do while we're out there?
There's many different creature types that lay their eggs within the smiles of the depths. I need the egg of a... Well, it's called a boulette, but lots of people know it by land shark or cavern crawler.
We need land shark eggs?
Essentially.
How spooky is it?
How many?
3. 3 will do fine.
3 eggs. Is there anything particular we should be aware of? I've personally yet to hunt a land shark.
They're dangerous, they burrow, and they can jump a great distance. If at all possible, you're probably better off not coming into contact with any adult ones.
All right.
Understandable.
Is there any particular place you think we should check ahead of time, or are we gonna have to scout on location?
You're going to have to look around a little bit. There's lots of caverns. But I take it you're up to the challenge?
Yeah. We'll see what we can do.
All right. You see as he says, "I'll be right back," and he takes the gambler's blade and he walks into his back office.
I think that was going well, you guys. You didn't Rox, you actually did a good job, but I think I have a certain relationship with this guy, you see. He knows. He just knows. I think I was going to get a deal.
He called you.
Well, I
rude to
appreciate
your
that, but I'd
face.
rather have a job.
Well,
He also called you rude to your face.
Directly. While you were being rude.
what was that? What was rude about what I was doing? It was a honest mistake.
You got his name wrong. While
What?
asking for money.
okay, well, I thought it was right, you know? I would have asked for money if I thought I was wrong.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, that really. I wouldn't have asked if I thought it was wrong. Like,
I mean, he's not wrong.
not at all. That one just really hit for me for some reason.
So yeah, but next I got a certain groove I'm trying to get in with this guy. We're off kilter right now, but you know you did get us a job, so I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Thanks. I huff and puff back outside.
Moments later, Korkan comes out with a set of very purplish coins. The normal coins are typically a sort of deep black with a slightly purplish hue, but these ones are deep purple. And he says, these are 450 100 Kaloa coins.
Runs back in.
Kyle forgot about the money.
Kyle hears coins jingling around. He can smell them, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah, I like to think like the second the like coins hit the counter and make a little bit of a clink, the door immediately slams open again.
I'll pay for that with my purple money.
And you see as there's this
Those are
big
beautiful.
rolled up carpet that is wound up with a set of golden thread.
Wow, this is gorgeous. I'm looking at the money, of course.
I'm gonna walk up. Rox is gonna walk up. I'm gonna do an Arcana check. Does Rox know how to fly a magic carpet?
Yeah. I'd say you don't even need to roll for that. You're familiar enough with basic or legendary or magic items in general to know how
Yeah.
it works. Usually it has a command word and you speak to it to move it.
Awesome. Is it big enough to support the actual party, or?
It is. He hands it to you and he begins to speak. The command word is Throga.
Okay.
It should be able to hold all of you, although it might move a bit slower.
Alrighty, thank you.
Of course.
We're not sure how long we'll be out. We were sent to deliver a sword. I believe hopefully we should just deliver that, find the eggs, and then fly on back. But I'm just letting you know we're unsure how long the journey will be.
I see.
But we'll do our best. We'll at least find the eggs, you know.
Mhm. I take it you understand that this is a very expensive item, so please try not to lose it.
Of course, I will ensure that I'm the only person in the party handling it.
If that is what it may require, then so be it. And
Alrighty.
should you complete this, you'll be paid handsomely, and provided that you are okay with the arrangement, more work in the future.
Wonderful. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Yes,
Of
much
course.
appreciated.
Please come back whenever.
Double checking my potions real quick to see if it's worth buying in. No, we're good. I have 5. You all have 2. We're awesome.
We didn't have to use any last time, so we're still pretty well stocked.
Yep. We're chilling. Thank you for your time.
As they leave, as everyone's leaving, I want to say, you know, I'm gonna apologize real quick. Go catch up with Hagar. Tell him what the deal is.
Okay.
And then I face Korkod. You know, I want to say I'm sorry about getting your name wrong. I'm trying, you know?
It's alright. I understand that it's not malice, it's just stupidity.
You're so understanding, you know? It's really kind of you to say that. But that's not really what I'm here for. Listen, man, fucking just thinking about magic people in my dreams didn't work. I need the drugs.
As a note, you didn't fucking do that, so I hope that you know that.
Well, I think that I would have if I had the time for it. There wasn't much time. As a note, Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. You're right. I didn't do it, but
No, I didn't.
also
He didn't say
thought-
that.
I know. You said that. I'm talking to you.
Cool. Just checking.
Fuck you, Marag. Don't do your job.
Kyle says that out loud. Fuck you, Maroc.
Sorry,
There's-
what?
Oh, that's the magic man I was talking about. But this is going to be a long trip, and if the dreaming thing doesn't work, I still would like the drugs.
What do you want again? Something to help you dream more vividly?
Yeah, or just like anything to get me high.
Oh my god.
He's
Just blunt, just open about it. Yeah, I'm here to get fucking shit faced, man. I'll pay top dollar. I just
Whatever
ordered
works.
a sword.
You're working me. You're working for me. Actually, you might be doing both. But under very specific circumstances, since you seem to be very desperate. Ugh.
Yes.
How do you want to feel?
High enough to see God, man.
Yeah, Kyle takes a deep breath, reminisces on the good times, and says, how do I want to feel? On top of the world, bro. You know, I want to feel above it all. At the same time, bottom of hell. You know what I mean? Can you get me some of that? Kyle's talking complete shit because he doesn't know what kind of drugs there are in this world.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's a 25. Plus, I'm gonna add some of this. Bam, bam. 25. It's 28.
Why are we adding D4? What'd you do?
It's a subclass that I have. I think.
Oh.
Wait, let me double check that it works for this. Oh, it's an attack. Never mind. Just 25.
Okay. Fucking hell. Alright. Oh boy. You see as he goes over and gets out a basket of powder. You see as he takes a bottle and fills it up. If anyone asks you, you have a medical condition. What condition is it?
Ooh. New thing on the block called cancer. I'm in very deep pain.
New thing on the block called cancer.
Is that good? No. What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay. Tell you what.
Cancer. Cancer's fine. Cancer is fine.
Cancer's good. Okay. I'll go with
Sure.
that.
It's unfamiliar enough that
Enough.
I don't think people...
You guys know about cancer?
No, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay, good. I don't mean to say you guys either, just you.
It sounds professional enough.
Yeah.
You have cancer.
Oh, thanks for the
You take
diagnosis, Doc.
medication for your cancer.
Yes, I do. Now I do.
This is extract from a plant called Vagus leaf.
Whoa, I should write that down. Hold on.
If anyone ever asks you what it is, it's a painkiller. It's aspirin that you extract from tree bark.
Okay. I got it. He's writing it down on his hand. Kyle is. Vagus leaf is a painkiller. Tree bark. Aspirin. Cancer. Okay. And...
Sorry, not
Thanks.
aspirin. Salicylates.
I'm not going to write that one down, actually.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever that is. I could even repeat that back to you. So...
I'll put it in the lore chat.
Yeah. Magic chemical compound lore. Good.
That's an actual chemical.
Might as well be
It's
magic
it's
to me.
what's actually an aspirin, and I believe you get it from tree bark. But I digress.
Awesome. Now, how much do I owe you?
Fuck. Just take it. I'm not gonna. You didn't pay me for this. I gave it to you because it's medicine for free because you're my employee.
And because you're a good doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
Kyle's gonna put it in his bag. And as he looks
I
down,
don't think I have to tell you that if you abuse it, there may be consequences to your health.
oh, you don't have to tell me that. I know. Yeah, I know. I know dearly, my man. But thanks for the warning anyway. That's what makes you a good doctor. Al, as he's putting this bottle away, sees his mystery potion and is like, "Oh shit! Wait, one more thing you can do for me? Can you tell me what this is a bottle of?"
He takes it and he identifies it. This is a filter of love. It's a love potion.
Kyle's eyes widen. And he looks down at the bottle of drugs he's just had. You know what? You can keep this. I'll be back for it.
He retracts the hand holding the potion when you say that.
What?
He's more scared to let him.
I am willing to give you drugs on the basis that you're my employee because there's no way that this could be legally reprehensible for me. Morally, it's very reprehensible, but I am the kind of person who believes that if people seek alternative forms of medicine, they will eventually find them, possibly from more dangerous places. So I'm doing you a favor. What are you going to do with this love potion?
Whatever, man. Just keep it.
All right. I'll pay you.
No, I'm
for
just
it.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. I was bluffing. I wasn't. Okay. What was I gonna do with it? I really have no idea. I just figure love is a drug. You know that people say that. Can I have it back?
Make a persuasion check again with disadvantage.
Hey. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
20 unnatural.
If I find out that you did anything bad with this, I don't know what I do, but it won't be pretty.
Oh God.
Okay. I will be responsible.
He hands it to you.
I take it.
Do you still want your medicine?
Oh yeah, I take that too. And I need a health potion. Can you wrap it for me? We've been in here a while. I gotta tell him something.
Sure. That'll be 510 kilos.
Oof, I forgot about that. This is getting... The drugs were free, but this is expensive. Woo. Okay. Here's your money.
All right. Mark off 510 kilos, and he does the same thing he did last time and wraps it in a sort of matte brown wrapping paper and tucks a little rose around the red ribbon at the neck. Hands it to you.
Pleasure doing business with you, pork hand. Right?
Hey, you got it right.
We're getting there. All right. Have yourself a good one, man. See ya.
Safe trip. Try not to die or do anything worse.
No promises. All right, bye. I'm a terrorist now. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
All right.
Dude, I'm a
as
terrorist
Kyle
for the,
leaves-
for the government. It's awesome.
Oh boy, we're gonna bring this session to a close.
That was.
I love that guy.
It was a
That
very
was
packed session.
It really was.
Wow.
Oh boy, yeah, Leo, you want to take over and close things off for the night?
Fuck. I guess that was something else. It really was. Oh dear. Well, I think we've
Learned
Said-
a lot about ourselves.
said everything that can be said about that session, and anything else kind of speaks for itself. Stream schedule. Yakuza tomorrow. Everything else for the next week or so is somewhat uncertain. Yakuza. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and thank everybody for watching CD, Pumpkin, As a Weeb, and VR Indie Games, as well as absolute legend Parkinski over on the YouTube side. So thank you all so much. And I will see you all another time. Yeah, Parkinski was here. Ciao, everyone.
Good night, everybody.